Marion County Trail could be the best value in bourbon-themed travel in Kentucky. You'll experience one of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail's crown jewels, one of the Bourbon Trail Craft Tour's top-rated stops, and something you can't find anywhere else. Organized tours of a bourbon barrel manufacturing facility, all in one place. It's the Marion County Trail. Take your time to tour, dine, shop, and stay all along the way. Explore world-famous Maker's Mark, a hot ticket item on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Limestone Branch Distillery, home of world-famous Yellowstone bourbon, and one of the top-rated stops on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail Craft Tour. Kentucky Cooperage, the sprawling plant where the thriving bourbon industry's barrels are hand-built and seared with fire for bourbon aging flavor. And Lebanon, home of wonderful dining opportunities from home-cooked to chef-driven. Unique shopping opportunities, nowhere else to be found murals for your selfies, and overnight accommodations that range from traditional to bed and breakfast to bourbon-themed. Go to visitlebanonky.com for more details. Lebanon Tourist and Convention Commission, 270-692-0021.
It's the Bow Brothers for Two Shots on a Barrel. We can't thank you enough for joining in and listening to our show today. We do want to remind you, go out there and give us a review. Isn't that important, J-Bo?
It's very important for us to grow and to reach a larger audience, so please do it for us.
We got a cool thing out on Facebook. We got a Facebook group you can join. You can follow along with all kinds of crazy stuff that you put out there.
That's just the way it is. It's fun. It's good times. It's private, so we don't share anything off that page. It's strictly right there on Two Shots on a Barrel fan page.
Yeah, another cool thing we had some fantastic sponsors we'll showcase throughout the show today, and we want to appreciate and show our respect for all of those. And for more information on that, you'll be able to catch the ad or go to our Facebook page and check those out. There you go. All right, it's without further ado, Two Shots on a Barrel podcast.
Old boys ain't much for working. 2 shots on the barrel and they're talking about bourbon. Talking about a few other things that they don't know. If you've got a question, no need to ask. They don't have a clue, so raise your glass. Take a sip with the Bow Brothers. Now it's on with the show. From the heart of central Kentucky, the bourbon capital of the world, it's Two Shots on a Barrel with your host, a couple of hot shots of their own, the Bow Brothers.
What's up, J-Bo?
Hey, I feel like I'm in timeout, dude. I brought the wrong chair in here, and I'm like the littlest guy in the room in the littlest chair. It's awesome.
You know, it's funny. We went to a costume party last night. My wife and I, we were dressed up like the original 1968 Planet of the Apes. Mm-hmm. I was Dr. Cornelius. She was Dr. Zira. And we were not talking to anybody, right? We went in and it was all sign language, and we were writing down stuff, and they were, and one of the funny things, one of the bartenders is like, "This is so cool, but I gotta tell you, you're kind of creeping us out." But I get back to this, so they're all trying to figure out who in the heck Dr. Cornelius is, and here's what they said, J-Bo, and I'm not even lying. They said, I think that's Jeremy Bowman.
Damn it.
And they were like, "No, that's not Jeremy, because his wife, Dr. Zira, that's not Mickey Jo. She's too tall for Mickey Jo."
Gosh, man.
They thought it was you, though, because I was kind of acting a little like
goofy.
you. Yeah, real goofy.
Yeah, man.
But man, we were second place. We were running first place the entire night.
Do I get half that cash, man, since
maybe
everybody thought it was
no.
me? Come on.
But then Darth Vader came in, and it was like, I think it was the Hollywood version costume,
really,
of Darth Vader and Princess what
Leia.
Yeah, and they ended up stealing the show at the end. But we came away.
Hey, you danced well. You showed me the video of you
dancing.
There.
Man,
cool.
Yeah, that's the part where they were like, "Is that Jeremy Bowman?" Yeah, I was like, that was so good. Man, we're back in the show studio, the Big Papa's Smokehouse, Two Shots on a Barrel studio. Had some Big Papas yesterday. The big the big slaw dog. Have you ever had the slaw dog?
I haven't, but I went to Big Papa's yesterday as well, and I had this beautiful young lady wait on me at the drive-thru.
I think I know who that beautiful young lady.
Your daughter,
yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
yes.
I'm sure she took good care of you.
She did. I tried to get her to give me like 14 packs of chocolate oatmeal cookies, but she only gave me 2. So that's kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we love Big Papa's, and we love all the waitresses out there working hard.
We do. We're back in the studio today, a special guest. We're excited. We've got the Hooker Band back
What's up,
in the
boys?
saddle.
Come on, guys.
What's up? What's up, fellas? You guys have been hard at it, man. It was back in, March or so, earlier in the year, when we had you guys in here talking all about all kinds of great stories. By the way, man, I got a lot of daggone grief, and I know you did too, J-Bo, from that show.
Yes, I did, actually.
You remember that?
Yeah, now that
I'm like, where did this come from? We're with the cool dudes from Hooker,
Right.
And we had this former Hooker dude,
yeah.
giving us hell.
He's a comedian or something, or he thinks he is, anyways.
He's like, man, you got to have me on the show. We're going to tell all kinds of stories and stuff. I'm like, listen.
He's a goofball. They all love each other.
And they're saying
Dangerous.
they're like, we don't need to do this.
So let's clear the air with this, the Hooker then and now.
Sure.
So everybody that's asking us what happened to Ben, let's just go ahead and let them all know.
Ben was asking what happened to Ben.
Just so you had a lot of fans when Ben was there as well. I mean, you have a lot of fans now.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that's like, what? Why didn't Ben talk? Can you go ahead and just clear it up? I mean, there's no bad blood, so it's
No, none whatsoever.
Listen, and I talked to Ben, and after he's like, man, I was just messing with you.
Yeah.
He's like, I love these guys. Yeah. And I saw him when you guys were at behind Center Square there and putting on a freaking show. And Ben was the guy that was rocking.
I see him a couple days a week in Bardstown, and we're all great friends.
Yeah. I actually talked to him on the way down here. I texted him when we were on our way. I told him we're coming to hang out with you all again. Ben is still around. Ben is still a very close friend of ours. Ben is still active musically. Matter of fact, that Lebanon show, was it 2 weeks before? He did a show with the Jimmy Buffett tribute band.
Oh, yeah.
2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
We actually went to that. It was fantastic. I made the Friday night show. Didn't it rain the Saturday night show or something?
Yeah.
So I got lucky. I went to the Friday night show. It was fantastic. He's still doing music, still playing a lot of music. As far as I know, when we first got this back together and started and did the very first Turkey Kick show, it was just something that the three of us put together, and then we added Jacob. And then from there, we've just slowly kind of been piecemealing it back together and, writing new songs and even going and cutting a new record. Again, everything is good with Ben. We are all still very good friends. It's just a different thing.
We love you, Ben. We love you.
Have you noticed he's a little bit uglier than he used to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that,
I mean, he doesn't.
Still the best looking one. That's the hard
that's
part.
right. That's right.
I don't know, man. These guys are all good-looking dudes,
I know,
man. And
man.
you see Ben is like,
Gosh.
I can see why he's not a part of Hooker.
You think you got grief then? Just wait this go around.
All right, just to get all that out, I love it when you can talk and people can't talk back to you. That's the coolest thing
he'll
about
make
doing
up
a
for
show. I know he will. We'll get a message. You guys are, man, first of all, the show was awesome. It's at Center Square. It was good to see all of you guys in action. But since that point in time, I mean, you all have continued to keep on going. Maybe not necessarily out in public view, but you've been hard at work behind the scenes. Talk about. By the way, welcome, Jacob.
I'm here this
Man,
time.
Jacob made it this time.
we talked a lot about Jacob the last time.
Yeah, I
And-
do
and
not
now-
expect the same results. Thank you all for the.
Yeah. So what about this? This work you guys have been doing?
Go ahead, Jacob. You didn't get to talk last time.
Oh well,
we bonded him out
I
this
was
time
hoping I
just
was
to get
just
him
going to
here.
speak
so.
in like sus chords this time. It sound really smart, but make no sense.
Right.
I mean, just what we talked about before. I think we've just been pushing forward in the ways that we need to. We played the gig. We booked the gig early in the year when tourism came to us, and then we played that gig. But behind the scenes, even preparing for that gig, we had played a cover gig as us four under a different pseudonym or whatever in Hodgenville.
An alter ego.
Yeah, and sort of like, just been in the room. We were in the room doing covers. We were in the room doing all the original stuff. We were in the room writing this whole summer. And then once, the gig was over in Lebanon, it was like, well, the studio was booked. We're going to book the studio. We got 2 more songs. And then right before we get ready to go, Kyle throws in another song and forces everybody to do it, and it turns out to be great. So we just pushing, like, and then the internet stuff, like I'm kind of involved with that a lot. So trying to keep people involved but not overwhelm them on the internet, let them know that we're still a bunch of old dudes out here trying to have a lot of fun and give some people some good music and nostalgia to come back to when it's a couple times a year. So I don't know, it's just pushing.
Man, it was a humongous crowd. At Center.
Yeah,
that was a fun night.
Yes,
I mean that was a fun night. You guys were in your element.
Thank you.
I mean, you really were.
One of the more fun on stage, outside venue that we've done in a long time. We've done a couple of them, every single summer. We did one for LaRue County, Nelson County, and Marion County. And I would say the Marion County one was kind of set itself a little bit.
It was a
apart.
vibe.
It was just the vibe.
Yeah.
We felt like rock stars. I
Yeah.
guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
We were treated well, not to cut anybody off. We were treated well, but I will say this, like, from the perspective of being on the side watching the other guys on stage playing, Mr. Williamson was in a zone that night where he was leading the pack,
Right.
and like it was one song into the next, and he had the perfect thing to say in between them, and he had the entire place it felt like we were all just watching the show together. Even on stage, it was like, man, he is in the zone tonight.
Just like the good old days.
Yeah,
Just like the good. That's right. That's right. Just like the good old days.
And you bring up a good point, Jacob. You see some, especially, I guess, maybe aspiring artists is what I would maybe call them. Jeremy, we've talked about this. That stage presence, that sometimes artists can, absolutely sing the phone book, but when they're up on stage and they're interacting with the crowd, they just struggle with that piece of it. Man, Kyle, that's your forte, bro. I mean, just dealing in that stage presence and making the crowd feel, a part of Hooker, a part of Kyle Williamson. That's what, am I right, Jacob? I mean, it just really makes it look easy.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that. That's why we play music with him and trust his writing, trust his performance skills, and all his musical abilities and beyond, But it's one of those things, too, where I can say, and I think Hurley would agree with me that, and the band, and Ben would agree with me, that it comes from a genuine, inspired place, which makes it so much more believable amongst the crowd and people watching. It's just, he's feeling it, and when the artist is feeling it, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter if it's music or anything else, podcasting, when you're feeling it, people just fire off of that. They understand it. They get it. It's like some sort of unspoken word going on. And when that vibe's happening, and he's a great example of when it's on, and that was a great show for that. So for sure.
That show had a couple of organic moments right then and there that were not choreographed or practiced.
It
That
was
just
just-
happened.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
You don't get to achieve that all the time.
Yeah, I think over the arc of time, too, something that I have really embraced in the last 3 or 4 years, and I say it backstage before we go out there. When I was 19, when we were all 19 to 23, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows that we played that I don't remember because it was just another night. It was just another night playing music, making money. There were hundreds of songs I've played that I don't remember. And one of the things I say backstage before we go out every night now is, no matter what the show is, one of the last things I say is, listen, tomorrow could be the end of this. Something could happen to one of us tomorrow. Tomorrow, nobody could want to listen to us again. So if we're going out there tonight, do every single thing you can. Leave it all out there. Make sure that whatever experience you have is the best you can possibly do for yourself, and try to remember it. Try to take a mental snapshot. Try to really live in that moment. And that has been really, I think, encouraging for all of us to just lean in and go for it. And I think it's heightened the shows.
A lot of the people there at that event grew up with you guys, so
Right.
they know the music that you're putting out there,
Right.
the lyrics. You lived it, and they lived it along with you while you were growing up.
Yeah.
So, man, it's got to be easy to just like That's my boy up there.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
that's
Yeah.
good
There's
stuff.
definitely a connection when they see us up there.
Yeah.
It's not just what we play. They don't just love our music. They definitely grew up with us. And there's a connection there always.
And there's some new people showing up too that
There
feel
is.
that connection.
Right.
And it's whether it's the songs
Yeah.
or watching it from, the people that have been there for years, they go up front. They know to go up front, but there's people in the back that see the people up front and they see that they're like, there's something here. There's been something here obviously for a while.
Right.
And you see new people showing up online, you see new messages coming in, people contacting us asking for when's the next one? Wow, had no idea what was going on or who you guys were, and suddenly, you not blew our minds, but just compliments and things. So it's just it's cool to see things still growing in different ways too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
You guys have. Would it be fair to say you're still at a point where you're kind of selective though on how many shows you're wanting to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
No
I don't.
question.
I don't know that it's selective on how many. I think we have
We've
brought
turned down more
ourselves.
shows than we've accepted the past 4 years.
Well, but we've brought ourselves to a point of we want to, just like Lebanon. You had a fantastic stage, you had fantastic lighting, you had a fantastic sound system. We want to make sure that if what you got in Lebanon, if we're going to play again, we want you to get that again the next time. We want to be consistent with that on that consistent level of production, if you will, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Always the best with the hooker band. Always. Now listen, guys. What's the game plan for the rest of the year?
Sure.
I mean,
The rest
what's
of the
going
year
on?
right now is solely concentrating on the release of the album and practicing for Log Still show.
Yeah.
That is 100%. Whatever happens after that, we'll talk about. But there's nothing on the agenda right now more important than what we're doing right in front of us.
So the Log Still, man, A+ facility.
Absolutely.
You're going to have A+ sound. You're going to have everything Marion County owns
Absolutely.
there. So, I mean, y'all got to be pretty amped up to be there.
Tickets are getting slim, but you all don't have to worry. You two are on the list.
Sweet. So how many tickets can they sell to that indoor venue?
Last time it was over 600.
Yeah, I
I
think
think.
Wow, that's
last
nice.
time I think they said it was 400, or it was 300, then 200, and then 150 as they kept releasing them.
Oh, I see what
and then
you're saying.
I
Yeah.
think the venue. I can't speak for sure,
Right.
but I think the venue was somewhere around 1,000 people. They weren't opening one of the rooms, so
Yeah.
it was around 800-ish or so, and there about 150 of those were workers and people there, so it was pretty full. We don't know the amount.
Gotcha.
Right now,
So
what
one
they're
thing cool
total,
about that
so.
place, they can go to the hooker band and get married in the room right next door.
That's right.
So I mean, that's why not playing it now?
Yeah.
So the one thing that I remember about the turkey kick, it was I think it kind of blew you guys away. I mean,
100%.
so just Hurley, you talk about organic moments at when you guys were here in Lebanon. That was one big, humongous, organic explosion.
Correct.
At Turkey Kick. I mean, you guys were back together. There's the excitement. The crowd is just, it's unbelievable. What do you do going into this to ensure that it's still that feel of, and a lot of it may be back to what Kyle was saying. This could be the last time we are on stage as a group.
Right.
Is that how you approach that, Hurley?
I approach it every show. The next show I play is the biggest show I've ever played. Most important show I've ever played. Every song I play is the most important song of that night. We played 19, 20 songs that night. Well, song number 1 is as important song as number 7. As important song as number 14. Every song needs to breathe, feel free, and play as best as you can. Also, we rehearse once a week, and we really work out things and really talk about it. It's not really about nailing it in practice because we need a general guideline, a general set list, exactly what we're doing. Jacob will map it out. We'll map out the time. But once we go on stage, we have plenty of opportunity for those organic moments in some of these songs that we've extended the lead. The song, one of our most famous songs called Rose. That goes into a whole new lead, right? And the last time we played it at Turkey Kick, 3 or 4 years ago, I listen to it all the time. It's the best we've ever played that song in our entire lives. Followed by the Marion County show.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember playing that good at Cozy Corner, even though we did probably.
Sure.
1,000 times. But right now, when the exclusivity of shows, we don't play that many a year. Those shows are the most important shows you're going to play. And when you take it that serious, you know, and not it's not rigid and not like, oh, we have to be perfect, but we take it serious.
Yeah, and I think this band is a little bit bad about being driven by goals. You have a lot of goal-oriented people in the band, and I think one of the things that's going to make this Turkey Kick show the same hype as the last one, the same vibe, is that we are so excited for this record. I mean, we spent hours and money
Days
and traveled, and we put our heart and soul into this record we want to make sure that there were some songs that we play live that we've never recorded that people have asked us to record. There were some new songs we've written. There were songs we rearranged and put on here. We are just so proud of and enamored with this record that we've made that I think going into it and it being a record release show is going to be huge for us.
So do you have CDs for at least 2 for every guest there? Is that how that's going to work?
2 for every guest.
You know, it's Christmas time, man. They
That's
need to
right.
buy one for the friends, right?
We're going, for this record, we are going all digital, every single platform you can think of, including TikTok, Instagram, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere that you can find music, you can find it. The hard copy stuff is probably going to come a couple months later, maybe even in the beginning of the year. We're talking about doing some vinyl, even just to sell on our website.
Love the vinyl.
Had some luck there.
It seems to be something that's coming back, and it would be cool to. I mean, not everybody listens to it, but it's cool to hold it. You know, especially like when it's cool to just hold it and work on some artwork and making an experience to have. Like, look what we did. You know, look, this is fun. You know, so create.
We need to bring back the old 8-track, J-Bo. I mean, man, we got vinyl.
Not as cool as the vinyl.
I know it's not, but man, you know, back in the day, the 8-track, baby, you had to have it.
It was a big deal.
Yeah. Listen, you talk about that new album. I want to hear more about this album, but you guys have the first release, right, of this album. Yeah. And for the old guy in the room, I got to tell you, from the moment I listened to the song, Catch Fire is the name of it. Yep. Brother, you let me, and I told J-Bo this. I was like, you know, it has a different feel than your early stuff.
Yeah.
Kyle, you talked about it. You said, well, it's kind of a grown-up version of Hooker. Listen, you sold me on it from the very second I listened to it. I love it. Talk about Catch Fire.
Thank you. Yeah, so I wrote that tune. It's been several years ago. I hate to date myself, but I want to say almost 10 years ago in a little bit of a bad spot in my life where, and Jacob was putting this on socials the other day about, that song, I guess, can have a lot of different meanings, but to us has a lot of meaning about, you make your own choices. If you want to set your own life on fire, you absolutely can. That's your choice. Rumi says, set your life ablaze and find those, seek out those who fan the flames, which is kind of how I feel about that song. When I wrote it and played it out a couple times, acoustically, I got some really good response. And when we were working up songs for this record, we had a long discussion, Jacob and I mostly, because Jacob's kind of our creative director, if you will, about where does this song fit in the record? Does this song fit at all on the record? And once we went to the studio and cut the version that's out now, I think we were all so in love with it, it just had to go on this record. And
yeah, it was the epitome of the band. The band's always had at least one countryish rock song on the record. Yes, every time. And sometimes more than one. And in playing out, they've always had that mix of rock and roll and country. And so once the songs were picked, and we it's not like we had a lot to choose from. We were writing them to try to finish the record too. It's like we got to have enough. But that one was always there. And it's like, should we write another one or should we use Catch Fire? And when we arranged it the way that we've arranged it now, it starts with the chorus. It hits a huge hit at the beginning, and it's like the lyrics are right in your face, and it goes along with the album theme. Everything just kind of lines up, and then it's not too long. It gets in and out. All the main parts are hit. It's a singable chorus, so it was like, this is a great song to release, you know. So
and something that hit me super hard when we were in the studio. We were in Sneak Attack Studio in Lexington with a genius named Jason Groves. Yeah. When he listens to this, I want him to know how grateful we are for all that he did for this record. But we were cutting songs, and a studio engineer's job is kind of listen, maybe make a suggestion, and kind of smile like he loves your record whether he does or not, right?
Yeah.
And when we cut that song and it was finished, I went into the mixing booth, and I think we were kind of all in there, and I kind of felt like that maybe this is the song that doesn't fit. That's that kind of quasi-country song. He's already heard us do a bunch of rock stuff, and he turned around and was like, that one there, that song there. Because, from our perspective, we write a song, or especially me, I'm enamored with the fact that we wrote it. I love a song, right? Doesn't matter. I don't know how it's going to hit you. I don't know how it's going to hit somebody who's never met us or doesn't love us. And when he turned around in the booth and was like, that song right there might have legs, that's when I was like, it has to go on the record, and we knew it was something good.
Yeah.
Jim, is there a way we could play that song for the people at home?
Oh, absolutely. How about we do this? We'll play Catch Fire. That'll lead us into a break, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Does that sound like a deal? All right. So without further ado, I love this song. I absolutely love this song. Here it goes.
If I catch fire, let me burn. Let it all go down in flames like everything I've earned. Let my memory fade like the smell of kerosene. If I catch fire, let go of me. This house is soaked with all your taste, and I could empty all the bottles, but I'd still see your face. And your friends, I'll tell you that I shouldn't be alone. They may be right, but they may be wrong. If I catch fire, let me burn. Let it all go down in flames like everything I've earned. Let my memory fade like the smell of kerosene. If I catch fire, let go of me. Now's the time, this is the place. But the alarms are going off. Girl, the smoke is filling this place. And if you don't want to end up on your knees, break the glass, cry for help, and cry for everyone but me. If I catch fire, let me burn. Let it all go down in flames like everything I've earned. Let my memory fade like the smell of kerosene. If I catch fire, let go of me. I can understand if you tell everyone to stay away from me. I burn you, I burn them, and now I'm burning me. If I catch fire, let me burn. Let it all go down in flames, just like everything I've earned. Let my memory fade like the smell of kerosene. If I catch fire, let go of me. If I catch fire.
Exciting news for Two Shots on a Barrel. We have a brand new sponsor. Hey, this is Jim Bowe for Two Shots. Good Buddies Brewing Company, our newest sponsor. I got to tell you, they
have it going on. Located in the heart of the bourbon country right here at 120 West Martin Luther King Avenue in Lebanon, Kentucky. All kinds of great craft pours, including many concoctions put together by master crafter Ray Osborne. He's also assisted by his beautiful bride, Beth Osborne. They are the newest and brightest in micro craft breweries in good old Kentucky. Make sure you go out to their Facebook page. You can easily find it at Good Buddies Brewing Company. And don't forget, when you're in town on the Bourbon Trail, to stop by Good Buddies Brewing Company. Again, located at 120 West Martin Luther King Avenue, Lebanon, Kentucky. Good Buddies Brewing Company. We're happy to have you as a sponsor right here on Two Shots on a Barrel. There pretty much comes a time in everybody's life where you need a good attorney. And Two Shots, we recommend the law office of Don L. McCauley.
Absolutely. If you want somebody to fight for your rights, man, I couldn't think of anybody better.
Criminal law, bankruptcy, you name it, Don McCauley, that's who you need to call. It is 692-0784 right here in Lebanon, Kentucky, located at 144 West Main Street in Lebanon.
We love Don McCauley, and you will too.
All right, back to Two Shots, hanging out with Hooker. Big show coming up, Turkey Kick at the Legacy at Log Still Distillery. It's actually officially show number 2 at the Legacy.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what's messed up, Jim?
Tell me what's messed up.
Drummers are so mistreated these days. I tell you, man, they go to the bathroom and their bandmates lock them out of the studio so they can't come back in. And
Every time we practice, I ask them where they want to sit up. They sit upstairs in the bedroom with the door closed.
right.
Now, you know, in disrespect,
Still too loud.
disrespect, I'm sitting here talking, I'm saying Jacob, I'm saying Kyle, and I call Hurley Harley. and Hurley Harley didn't even fuss at me. I mean, it was very nice of him. He didn't correct me or anything. So I appreciate that, Hurley.
It's okay. I'm here telling people to watch my band play. I'm happy. Buy tickets, buy music. Come watch my band. I'm in heaven right now. What are you talking about?
If you know this guy, like, it's true. It's not disingenuous. It's literally true. When he says it's the best show he's ever played, every show, that includes the one like in the corner of his bedroom in front of his wife and kid, like practicing on a little practice pad or something.
Did it last night.
Check
It's
this
downstairs
out.
in my basement. Turn on the laptop, the YouTube. Watch this, Nova. My 6-year-old daughter's like, "Can I go upstairs?"
I love it. We're from the Big Papa Smokehouse, Two Shots in a Barrel studio. Jimbo Jabo hanging out with Hooker. You know, that's Hurley. You bring up a pretty cool part of when you guys were back running around in your heyday. You didn't have the family watching you, and that was one of the cool things at the Lebanon show.
Yes.
The family watching.
Jacob's wife got an awesome picture that I'm going to blow up and put on my wall. It's my wife holding my daughter, watching me play drums, and I'm happy. It's the Marion County show, and my wife graduated from Marion County. I played at her prom in that building 20 years prior, or however many years prior it was. Yeah. And it was just a full circle moment. All of our friends were there. All her friends were there that I grew up with. All their kids were there. And it means a lot. That's not something that I'm ever going to take for granted.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing?
man, I feel like I'm sitting next to Smokey the Bear.
Jim's got a good cigar going on.
I love it. I do. It's I like to act like I know how to say it. Say it as like a Gilberto.
Have you ever noticed Everybody else in the room has red eyes and is gagging.
Hey, I alerted these guys, but I think they're probably okay. They're probably red eye guys.
We've never played in a smoke-filled room.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Not
Yeah.
common, you know.
yeah, house kept. Right?
All right, so you bring up an interesting. What would you stop messing with my microphone?
Amateurs.
You just sit over there on your little stool and be the little person you are,
I got you.
and leave my microphone alone.
It sure is making noise.
So you're the drummer of this podcast.
Yes. Oh, by the way, how about J-Bo's new glasses he has?
I dig them.
Those are nice.
You guys look like twins, Hurley. Although Hurley's are a little more fancy.
The transparent glasses are where it's at.
Are they?
I really like them.
So they must be really in.
The reason I like them is because my wife likes them.
There you go. That's all that matters.
All right, back to what I was going to talk about, Hurley, because you bring up a very cool point. I'm a Marion County boy. J-Bo's a transplant Marion Countyan. You did something really good, Hurley. You found a Marion County girl.
Yes, and I've been with her for 16 years. We have a daughter together, and it's awesome. I love the region that I grew up in. I grew up in LaRue County, so the region of Nelson County, Marion County, it's every bit as home to me as LaRue County or Hodgenville would be. Like, Marion County has a very, very special place for me and my family and all of our hearts. It's a special place to us.
Can we give out the Marion County connection that is your wife?
Oh, she grew up. Her last name's maiden name is Osborne, Cecilia Osborne, who's now named Cecilia King. She grew up over there behind remember the Fergies?
Yes.
On Bell Hollow Road. She grew up behind that.
Holy cow.
Graduate of Marion County High School in 07, and Hooker played her junior prom.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding you at all.
That is so. Hurley, I've got no respect for Hurley.
Yeah, her father was a longtime member of the band called Cheyenne.
Oh, we know those
What's your
guys.
dad's name?
Her father's name was Mike Osborne.
Mike Osborne.
I did not know that. I didn't know her dad was a musician.
Yes. And Cecilia, in the Catholic religion, is the patron saint of music.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know that either.
That's the sole
So I just
reason he
nailed it,
married
guys.
her.
Guys,
That's
I
why
nailed
he
it.
married her right there. He's like,
You guys-
bless me, please.
Listen, you guys need to show Hurley a lot of respect because he's bringing.
He
bringing.
demands it.
I was saying he'll remind us. He'll remind us if we don't.
I mean, he's bringing some good stuff to the show
right.
today.
I did play a good show with the last Marion County show.
we all told him game ball.
I nailed it.
Yeah, that's good. I love it. I can't remember if we asked this question in the last show or not. Were you guys band guys in high school?
What do you mean?
Like band guys, like the big trombone?
I was in
and
middle school, and I didn't have the discipline or the attention span for it. To be honest with you, I quit.
I was in band from 7th grade till I graduated.
Yeah.
I played drums, actually,
You-
believe it or not.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, played drums.
Really? So if Hurley's having a tough night and you gotta
Absolutely not.
Get up, let me show you.
Absolutely not.
how many instruments can you play, Hurley?
I can barely play one. I don't know how to read music. I don't know anything about. Seriously, I know nothing about it. I don't know how to plug in the PA or do anything. I know how to play drums, and that's literally it.
And you were self-taught?
Correct.
Crazy.
I didn't
Crazy.
Start, and
Guys
I didn't
like-
start as a young kid, as most people did. I didn't start till I was a teenager.
Guys like you, Hurley, just made me want to vomit.
First time I played.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. No, it's so. Listen, for a guy that's tried to sit down and play a few chords on a guitar, and I see Jacob up there shredding it. I see Kyle up there
crazy.
doing his thing. I see you doing what you do, Hurley, and it's just incredible. Just when you put all of that together, it's amazing. I'm curious about the new guy, though, Kyle.
You curious about Jacob?
Yeah.
We all are.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure him
Me
out.
too. I'm curious about him as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out Jacob. You guys talk highly, obviously, of what Jacob brings to Hooker, but real quickly, what does he bring for those people out there? Not only from what he does on stage, but what he from obviously you guys talking about it. He brings a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Direction.
Yeah. And you're going to hear everything that Jacob does for this band, you're going to hear on the record. And the reason I say that is because when you go back and listen at our first 2 records, and we're so grateful that people listen to them, so grateful that people love them. But when you listen from there to this record, the difference beyond maturity, beyond thoughtfulness, is a well-planned arrangement, fantastic but tasteful guitar work, layers, and a whole song. You know, you listen to Catch Fire, and I think to all of us it's, you know, an upbeat 3 minutes or whatever, but if you sit and listen to how many intricate guitar parts are in there, about how many different changes and arrangements are in there, all of that came from Jacob. I said this earlier, sometimes I'm bad about being enamored with the ability to do something that I don't think about, should you just put that out there, or should you polish it a little bit? Or do you need this line? Do you need that one chord, or should it be a different chord? Should you make the transition here or there? I never think about that. That is what Jacob does and what he brings to the band, of not only arranging it, but saying, hey, I think this should go here. Maybe if we're doing a show, do this song first, do that song next. It's a level of maturity and ability that we just didn't have before.
And you know, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're going to sound so much better, but it's a bad thing because you're going to be in the studio 13 hours longer when you have a guy like that. But it always is for the best, correct? Always for the best. Dude, I'm telling you what, I spent some time in the studio, bro.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
That sort of sounded like a backhanded slap to Jacob.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's across the table.
He's totally right. I am, you know, they compliment the fact that I can literally overthink a toothpick, you know. But also, I mean, the first studio round we did 2 days to do 6 songs. The second day was all mine. They didn't even have to come. Everything else was done. They did everything in the first day, and then I spent, you know, 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes per song just going over, trying new things, and just, I mean, I took the time. But I had all these layers and ideas, and these guys sat there and dealt with me, you know. But in the end, it's like, if we can do it the best, if I give you my best, which I just need a little extra time to do, then I'll be able to listen to it and be proud of it as individually, like they're proud of it individually, but also as a cohesive group. And one thing I can say, we haven't talked about Doc a lot, but when I say I can overthink a toothpick, Doc will bring me down. Like, you don't need to do that. It's pretty simple. Do this. Doc also, like, he was in music, I believe, in school. I think did he play saxophone?
I think so. Yeah.
So Doc is like probably the best musician of all.
Overall musician, Doc is probably the best.
He's leading the church today. You know,
and he's leading the church music.
Church music. That's what I should have said. But
so you guys are sitting here drinking. You guys are sitting here drinking bourbon, and Doc is in church.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He's praying for him.
You know, I do want to say what Jacob's talking about studio-wise, though. I think my favorite thing about the studio was we did take the first 2 days, we cut 6 songs, and we went home and kind of thought about it, talked about it, needed 3 more, and 3 more materialized in a short period of time. We wrote them, but there was really 2. And there was this third song that we wrote.
About 2 weeks before we went to the studio.
It was about 2 weeks. So one of the things we do when we practice
nerve-wracking.
is we just show up and let's jam for like 10 minutes, get loose. Mm-hmm. And the jam was this riff we came up with, and that jam turned into from 10 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, and we wrote this song. And I was just in love with this song. And again,
as I am, always am. You know, he loves the new one.
You know, we're going back to cut these 2. We got this third one. We got to cut this third one. And the night, you know, a couple nights before, Jacob was like, "Listen, it's not ready, and we're not going to cut something that's not ready. This is a different band. We're polishing. We're making something really great here." And I said, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut those 2. But if we cut them, because all of us usually do 1 take or so, if we cut them and we're done, we have time. Let's just try it." And we just tried it. The song's called Fits, F-I-T-S, on the record. And Jacob sat down. We didn't have a lot of time left. We maybe had half a day left. And I think in 2 takes wrote the best guitar solo on the entire record. Did it in 2 takes, and then we were like, don't touch it. Stand up, walk away. And he's like, "Yep, I'm done. That's it." Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that we can overthink that and put that much into it, and also just go for it. And again, hands down, far and away, in my opinion, the best solo on the record.
That happened at the other one too. There were 2 songs on the record that I wanted us to wait. I knew we were going to come back the first time. I was like, let's play it. Let's let it, grow organically. We might find better things to put in there or take out. Usually it's taken out that makes the song better. And we ended
all
up
said
doing
no.
it. Yeah, I got outvoted, and they were right. So that's the dynamic. It's like it all comes back to being friends for like 30 years and knowing each other for 30 years and just being like, when it's time to just shut somebody down because you know better, then you can do it. And when it's time to be shut down, they probably know better, and it works that way. So,
Well, I about ate that mic. All right, boys. Now listen, every band out there has songs that never make it to a CD, never make it to the internet. Does Hooker Band have any of those songs that you all love to death, but you never, ever, might not ever release?
I think that's honestly, I think that's what a lot of this record is. It was all songs that we had written that we were absolutely in love with, that we were just compiling over a period of time, and it didn't really have enough. There are some that probably didn't make the record but might make the next record. We are, I think, I hope I'm speaking for everybody, we are so in love with not only the record that we've made but the songwriting that we've done. But I have no doubt the record's going to come out the week of Thanksgiving, the Monday before the Thanksgiving. That's going to come out, and as soon as we clear Turkey Kick, we're going to sit down and start writing again. We
Catch Fire was one of those
Catch
songs.
Fire
Yeah,
was.
it was.
Catch Fire
Yeah.
and our most famous song,
Yeah.
Anna, Fifth of Gasoline Anna. Those two songs are pretty much the reason why we made it.
there were the three. That a lot. Those two and
And
Alive
Alive.
were always there. They've
Always
been there
there,
for
yes.
like 10 or 12
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
And then we got back together a few years ago. They got back together. I joined up, and we started accomplishing the goals. And there's been years and shows where Kyle said, we're going to have this on the new album, and it's just, we would try, or something would come up, or just not enough time, life happens, all that stuff. So this is that. But to your question, it really comes down to Mr. Williamson, because he's like when the key gets switched on, or the switch gets switched on, like 6 or 8 will come out in 48 hours, and my phone blows up. And I'm probably not the only phone that blows up.
Right.
It's probably 2 or 3 other of his writing friends, where it's just like, and some of it's not even stuff that Hooker would do. It's just an incredible amount of content and a lot of brilliance that happens, and then you kind of take what he brings to the table. And so there are plenty of songs in his head, in his book, in his phone that will probably never be released.
So I'm going to look at you three in the eyes. That's kind of hard to do.
Cross out.
They're all bloodshot from the
There.
cigar too. Remember?
I know. I've got my right eye's burning a little bit.
Blinking.
Do you guys have a song, never been released, that you all would give 2 shots to play on the show today? Something nobody's ever heard, something special to you. I don't want just some album cut that's, I want something special. You
Yeah.
got something in there?
I got something for you.
J-Bo, dude, you talking about putting Hooker on like major pressure. I mean, you don't ask guys like this to come in here.
Let's see what they say.
Why don't you play something? Put something for just 2 shots.
His eyes twitching.
Yeah. So you two have been so good to us, not only with the podcasting,
Thank
but
you, guys.
with helping us get shows and helping promote shows like this Log Still show we got coming up for Turkey Kick, like the Lebanon show we did. We talked about it before we came here. We're not going to release another single between now and the time the record comes out. Catch Fire was the only single we were putting out. But we were talking earlier downstairs about how Catch Fire has a different vibe from what we, have usually done. We've got one that we wanted to share only on this podcast, so that the only time people can hear it is to listen to this podcast before the record comes out.
See,
Yeah.
I love these boys.
Just for you two.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
So, hey, let's do it. I can't wait.
And if it's a song I'm thinking of, is it the first one we all did together as a 4-piece when Jacob?
That's
It's
correct.
the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
First one we wrote for the
This
record.
is the very
This one
first
has a
one that
special place in my heart. Seriously,
the very first one that you and I collaborated on and then
There-
brought to
yeah.
the band.
Absolutely.
Surprised them.
So
They're
what
like,
you're telling me, Hurley, is Jacob completes you.
Without question.
If you didn't listen to the last podcast, he basically said it. I had to send him a text and was like, dude, well, let's just,
Knock it
thanks,
off.
man.
I had to pull over my work truck and cry because he wrote me such a long text message. It was so heartfelt. I was in the middle of my Centos truck, in the middle of running my route. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I pull over and cry for a minute.
Again, 30 years, man.
It's been 30 years of this.
It's
So
30
it means
years
a lot.
of music, and I won't take up too much time. But whenever you have a bond like that, there's something like when you're playing music or when you're doing something passionate. I don't know how it relates to people who aren't musicians, but like there's just a connection that happens in certain times when you're playing where you're all thinking the exact same thing and you go the exact same place. And when after that it's a 4 count, it might be 2.5 seconds of a 1, 2, 3, 4. But when you're there and you leave, everybody looks around and knows exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time when you're playing with people that you're comfortable with, and it's almost like you're thinking the same hive mind. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And that it's just incredible, and it
happens.
creates a bond. It creates a bond between people that's hard to explain, and that's why
Yeah.
you see bands that they go through problems together. I mean, big bands, big artists that support each other, and they also fight like husband and wife and brothers in bad toxic relationships because they know so much about each other and they've shared these weird musical intimate moments that it's hard to understand kind of unless
Yeah.
and you two probably have that in
You
your
two
own
have
life
it
somewhere.
for sure.
I
I
beat-
can watch it.
I beat the.
Watch it.
See?
Listen, I
Yeah,
want to beat
the
the crap
dynamic.
out of J-Bo like nearly every day. I mean, I just do.
Hey, did you ever tell them about getting beat by the hay bale toss?
See,
And I
they do
smoked
have
it?
it.
We don't
See,
want
they
to talk.
do- they
We
do have
don't.
it.
We
They
don't
got
want
it.
to talk about hay bale. I was in my dress shoes and you were in tennis shoes. Like you expect me to be able to throw a hay bale? Why do you bring up hay bale shit when we're talking to a hooker?
They got it.
We played on a hay wagon, one of the first gigs we did
many
together.
times.
It's
Oh,
all coming
geez.
back full
It's all
circle.
coming back.
So, boys, why don't you introduce this song? Let everybody know what's coming at 'em.
Sure. This is the very first song off the record. It's the very first song that we wrote for the record, and this song's called Standing.
Am I the one you've always needed?
Are you looking for a clean, fun podcast that you can relate to? Well, we've got it for you. Cross the Line. The 1524 originates out of Indiana. Former high school rivals, now our buddies sitting around a speakeasy bar, talking about common day events, common things. We keep it light, they keep it easy. It's a good time. Check out Cross the Line. 1524. You can find it on all the podcast apps and players. You can also check them out at crosstheline1524.com or check them out on Facebook, Cross the Line 1524.
Lisa Kearns doesn't want to just sell you a house. She wants to find you a home. If you've been thinking about making a move, she'd love to help. She knows you've got many choices when choosing a real estate agent, but not all agents are the same. Her clients are the heart of her business, and she takes pride in providing exceptional service, knowledge, and transparency while helping you navigate the real estate market. With her by your side every step of the way, she can assist you in real estate needs that make buying and selling a smooth, enjoyable process. Call Lisa Kearns, Realtor with Exit Realty Homestead, 270-402-4036.
For all your full-service auto repair needs, it's Big O Tires, 2 locations, Bardstown and Lebanon, J-Bo.
That's right. Billy Taft will take good care of you. Man, if you need new tires, new windshield wipers, whatever, Billy Taft has everything you need for your vehicle.
2 locations. If you're in town on the Bourbon Trail and tires messed up, whatever the case might be, you can stop in at Bardstown location or Lebanon. Give them a try. Billy Taft's the best in the business.
That's right. We love those guys. That's Big Old Tires of Bardstown and Lebanon.
You need to be able to answer word.
Back to 2 Shots. Hanging out with Hooker.
Ooh, what'd you think about that song, Jimbo?
Dude, I love it. We were talking off the air. You know, you're saying, all right, this is the final segment of the show. What do you guys want to talk about? You know, one thing that still comes. Turn that down, J-Bo. We need a producer. We should be at the point.
I think you all said that last time, but we do have Jacob. We did bring Jacob with us.
I mean,
We're way too long. Just so you know.
Yeah, Jacob would pick our freaking show apart. No offense, Jacob. No offense.
Rightfully said, and I take it.
You know, when we've done this show, we've always said, listen, it's what you're gonna get. I mean, we're you know, listen, we're not gonna be the most flawless podcast that there is, but you're going to get probably the most truest form.
You are the most fun.
You're going to get the truest form of it.
Look at that hole in the wall over there. That's where Jim fell out of his chair.
Dude, you told him that the last time. Why do you have to tell everybody?
But this time, I had a drummer catch me when I went there.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Hurley saved him.
He did.
Did you? I didn't see that.
It was
Y'all were talking about saving, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" So you're not even on
He fell, that's all.
You're not even on a. You're not even on one of the official 2 Shot stools.
And it went like that.
That is so good. Hurley, don't save him next time.
Let him go, right?
No, but songwriting is something that's always piqued an interest in my mind. We talked a little bit, Jacob, off the air, about where kind of the theme of so much of the songwriting comes from. You know, you think about, I know in my life when I've went down and pretended to be like a songwriter, or just jotted some words on paper, it so oftentimes comes from tragedy. Mm-hmm. You guys, you know, I asked you, Jacob, I said, where does this theme, when you guys get together and collaborate and talk about songwriting and put words on paper, where does it come from? You mentioned Kyle was a big part of that.
He's the major part of especially the lyrical part, and the musical ideas, but the feel of the lyrics and where you definitely is his question to answer for sure. So
and it sounds like just in hearing you talk, it really comes from life.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything can be inspiration for songwriting if you're open. Something that's been really good and something that I really enjoyed about writing this record was Jacob's right. I have some. I don't know how I do it. I'm not sure what it is. If I could ever figure it out, I would bottle it. But when you can plug in and turn on the creative and start writing, I will pour out a whole lot of stuff at once. Something that's been really helpful for me is to have somebody like Jacob that I can send this to and say, hey, is this something? And I can get back I don't know about that. Or, man, that's great, keep going. The other thing, too, and Jacob won't take credit for this, but something else that's been really good and helpful to me is I have a really good ability to crank a song out end to end, but again, fixing and polishing. We had a chorus that I was just so in love with. I wrote one night. It's on a song on the record called Greyhound. I wrote this chorus just sitting on the couch, and I was like, oh, it is so good. And I sent it to Jacob, and we're going to lean into it, write the song. And we wrote it, but I was missing one line, and I went around and around and around and around about the line. And I texted Jacob several different lines, and I finally said, you got any ideas? And he texted me one sentence, perfect line that goes right in the end of the song. And so I sent it to one of my songwriting buddies, and he said, man, there's a line in that song that's perfect. And he wrote it back to me. I'm like, well, Jacob wrote that one, not me. So he said, I love that line. But, I think it can come from anywhere. I try to either use something from my life or try to use either stories that I know or stories that I have seen. I love a story song, but I also, again, my favorite song on the record now is I think everybody's going to love Gasoline Anna. They've been asking us to record that for a long time. My favorite song on the record is Fitz, and it's a kind of a heady story song, but just wherever you can get it from as far as lyrics go. And I'll say one more thing. When we recorded Fitz, I said we recorded that. That's the one we weren't really supposed to, but we did anyway. When I walked into the booth to sing it, the chorus was not finished. Like, I drove to Lexington that day going, God, I got to have this line. And once I got into the booth, I turned, and Jacob's like, why don't you try this line? And that finished the song off. So it's been good to be collaborative.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'd say there's a theme, though. I mean, there is.
Oh, for the record, for sure, yeah.
For the record.
This record has a theme.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's a lot of themes, and there's a lot of layers to the record. So it's like an onion. Like, if you're interested, like somebody like me would be, you can dive in and be like, okay, they're kind of there's things that connect here, song to song. It's not like, it's not too intricate, but there's a theme that goes along with it, which is why we gave it the name, and, there's a lot of things that kind of connect.
What is the record name?
Well, go ahead. Doc, you tell him the record name.
Yeah, Doc, you tell him. Doc,
yell it.
Record name is Gaslit.
Yeah.
Gaslit.
And the song you just played, Standing, has a really great line about being gaslighted into an argument. And then there's Catch Fire, and then there's Gasoline Anna. There's a lot of lyrics. There's a lot of stuff that pertains to being gaslit, gasoline, catch fire. It's a really great thing.
There's elements to the record that are like positive anger, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if that's really a thing, but it's not anger, but it's like, hey, this song comes from a place where there's a little anger there. Like Gasoline Anna is it's most people's favorite song that they wrote, but in theory, Doc told Kyle, he's like, stop writing heartbreak songs and write about burning that girl's house down. Yeah. And that's what it's about.
That is literally how that song is.
My daughter sings the chorus, and it's so odd, like everybody's out there chanting it. But so, like, the Fifth of Gasoline, Catch Fire, the Gaslight, the only one who's trying lyric. So, like, those themes come in there as far as, and that's why we named it that. But the record itself comes from a lot of the songs have those sort of like sadness, but then there's also parts of the record that are like hopeful in the midst of all that. There's like help is on the way, like there's just small little, so it's not it has an identity, but it also has like this like it's always this positive influence with us, and then hopefully people interpret it that way. You know?
Yeah, and I do have to tell that Gasoline Anna story. It's been many years ago. Doc had a house long before any of us did, and so I wrote that song, and I was like, man, this is a great song. And we were,
as he does,
as I do. How could I not be enamored with something I did, right? So I went to Doc's house, and Doc happened to be the only person there at the time. He's sitting on the couch drinking bourbon. I walked in, I'm like, hey man, I wrote this song, you got to hear it. And I played it for him. He sat there on the couch in the way that Doc does, and when I got done, he said, that sucks. And I'm like, what do you mean it sucks? And how dare you? And he was like, it's a good song and everything, but he's like, you've written 2 records worth of heartbreak, breakup, is she ever going to come back songs? And like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm sick of hearing that. He's like, why don't you go home and write a song about burning her house down? And it kind of offended me, like it's hurt my feelings. And he turned to me, he said, that's your problem. You can't do that. He said, I bet if I sent you home and you tried, you can't even do it. And so I got mad and went home and rewrote the song, and that turned into the song that we have today, Gasoline Anna. And I'll also say, as far as themes go, too, there are some really there's a song on the album called Clonopin that is really open and honest.
That's the one that Kyle talked about last time, where we wrote it in the room about the hanging by a thread and unmedicated lyric.
It's really open, it's really raw, and it's really honest, but it is really us, and it's really, our arrangement. It's I don't know, it feels good to have that theme to the album that can change but also go into some sad, hopeful, or dark places.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really.
Yeah.
From 40-year-old family man. So
that's right.
It's very odd, but it's there.
Yeah.
And it's who we all are. I know these guys. Doc is probably the least one of all of us he's just hardcore, stone cold.
He's hardened.
He's
good dude.
He's the badass of the group,
he is.
But vulnerability is definitely a theme in the album that you can hear in the writing and the music and all that. So, and that's cool to me. So
J-Bo, I feel like this conversation is a little deep for you.
I'm just waiting for them to start crying and hugging each other.
It's just exciting, man. It's exciting
good stuff. So listen, one thing we forgot to ask you guys: where can I go to buy tickets for this concert coming up?
It's all obviously Log Still, the website on Log Still.
Okay.
I don't think it's in the AMP menu. I think it's in the Legacy menu.
Legacy.
There's an events menu up there. You can find it.
Okay.
It's on their Facebook page. We have it pinned to the top of our Facebook page. So if you just go to either one of our Facebook pages, you'll find it.
Okay.
But ours specifically, if you go to the Hooker page on Facebook, you can just scroll right down to the 3 pinned items there, and it'll say tickets, and it'll have little emojis pointing right to the link, and you can order right from there.
Gotcha. And word on the streets, there's only a few tickets left, so make sure you get them and fill that place up.
Listen, that's got to be music to your ears.
Yeah, we're tickled. We're tickled again to be able to do that at such an awesome venue, and we literally can't wait. Again, also knowing that the record's going to come out that week, and people will have listened coming into it.
The whole idea of an album release show is just really exciting for us.
Yeah.
You hardly get to do that anymore. You don't have physical copies of albums anymore. It's all digital, you all release. But to promote a show directly around that, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to sell lots of songs and records and everything else to throw a show along with it.
Yes, buy our music.
All
buy tickets. Come watch us play.
Yeah. I'm going to wax poetic one more time, then I'll shut up, I promise. But something about this record that when we left the studio, we were waiting for mixes. So the mixes come home. We're in Lexington. It takes about a while to get home. So we'll get the mixes. And when I got in my car, there was a podcast playing of somebody interviewing a guy by the name of Ray Wiley Hubbard, who is a Texas songwriter, very famous, but not famous like Taylor Swift famous. He's famous among songwriters. Songwriters are enamored with him. And one of the things he said was that he had cut 3 records when he was younger, kind of back to back, that all had an excuse. They all had an excuse of, well, I ran out of time when I was songwriting, or I ran out of money when I was in the studio. And it hit me like a ton of bricks because our first 2 albums, although I put my heart and soul into them, we didn't mix them.
We didn't mix them.
We didn't mix any of them. We didn't mix them. We didn't put a ton of thought into them. We were just kind of cranking it out and spilling it out on the page. And I was always not very proud of them. Even when people said, hey, I love that song, almost embarrassed to play it or listen to it on the record because I just felt like I had excuses. And I can say 100% this record is us with no excuses. If you don't like this record, that's fine. You just don't like us. But if you dig this record, you dig us and what we are doing, because we put thought, time, and passion into this record, so much so that J-Bo said we're going to start crying here in a minute. When we finished Gasoline Anna in the studio, the engineer got up and said, sit down and listen to it. And I sat down and sobbed at the booth while it was playing, and they're, of course, all back there making fun of me, I'm sure. But like it, when you spend so much time and passion into something like that,
15 years in the making,
waiting for something like that, it's just
you've had that song specifically. I mean,
that song specifically, yes.
And also like you're a staple in the community in lots of counties, and a lot of people know you for music, and a lot of people have requested you to put that song out for as long as it's been played out. For years.
Didn't people comment?
You've told there's been excuses why you haven't.
Right.
And so now it's there.
Yeah.
So that meant a lot to you, obviously. Yeah. So yeah, we made fun of you. We felt it. We felt it, but we made fun of you.
Yeah. When you see people out in the crowd singing your songs back to you, what's that feeling like?
I play it back all the time in my house. My daughter sings it back to me. The Gasoline Anna, the Anna Anna part, and stuff like that. The issues part where we go quiet and song issues. It's become part of it. We love it so much. It's damn near become part of the show. Almost like if we play an inside show and we can hear the crowd, we do it with them. They do it with us. It obviously means a lot to us.
There's nothing in the entire world like it, in my opinion. What do you think?
Nothing.
What's your take, Jacob?
I think that when you're writing genuinely from a genuine spot and it connects, then the people feel it, and that's the result. You get people that are feeling it and know it and learn it and lived it probably at the same time he was writing it.
Yes.
I found out from the last show y'all did that Kyle writes his best songs at a fast food Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
like at the Fazoli's, Fazoli's. So when issues, when they're chanting it back, I think you're seeing the result of a genuine person writing genuine lyrics from a genuine spot and connecting to people that have either been there or can relate or might be there at that moment, and if they haven't, they might be in a better spot now, but they remember when they heard it and how they felt when they heard it, just like, we all do on whatever songs on the radio, and we don't get to go see them because maybe they don't tour anymore. So it's 1970 song from Journey. They're still chanting Journey out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So it's just that cliche that music brings people together, and he just happens to be able to write some lyrics that do that, so that's great.
Good stuff, man.
It's really, seriously. So the date of the turkey kick is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. But officially, you said, what is it, Hurley?
November 26th.
Yeah, so it's November 26th. The record comes out November 24th. So on November 24th, you will have all the songs off the record and 2 days to jam them before we get up on stage. We will have pre-save and pre-sale links on our socials just shortly. We've got everything uploaded and approved and artwork finished. It is all done. It's happening one way or the other, whether we like it or not. It is coming out on the 24th, and it's our best foot forward. And we cannot wait for you and everybody listening to this to hear it.
Yeah. So it's on all platforms. You got iTunes, Spotify, anything that's everything out there. They'll be able to download this album.
Absolutely. It'll be called Gaslit. You can look up Hooker, Gaslit, or even Hooker and search one of the songs you like, and it'll be there.
Like I said, man, Catch Fire. You got me on that one for sure. It's the best I've ever heard Hurley.
Yeah, really.
Hey, same.
He's been practicing.
Well, just wait till you hear the song called Fits. They were talking about just to let you know about that song that we wrote 2 weeks before the studio. I did it in one take.
Wow. Hey, I'll say this about Fitz. Doc did it in 2 takes, and his contribution might surpass Hurley's.
Way more of a contribution.
That song specifically.
Yes.
It takes a lot for Doc to get excited, and when he went in there and did that after he wrote the part, he was sending us bass text with audio bass, just here's like, who wants to listen
That
to
no one is
singing
listening to.
bass?
Like, who is going to listen to
Like,
it?
what are you playing over, Doc?
Completely just disregarded every time.
But I mean, he nailed the bass
It was
part,
amazing.
and it's incredible. So the song turned out great.
Well, if you can hear us, let's all go to the amp and the Legacy and watch these boys.
Yeah.
There's no excuse not to.
Yeah, for sure. I know it's going to be a great show. We Two Shots loves you guys.
We love you back.
And
Likewise.
And you guys, even one big regret is that I wasn't back in the heyday of Hooker, running around watching these guys. But I get to see a little more of the aged version.
Yeah.
Of Hooker.
Yeah.
And I dig that. I dig the aged, the mature,
absolutely,
version,
somewhat, and on mature. We do want to say thank you to Log Still, and we hope we see everybody out there. They've been such a good partner, and that's such a beautiful venue. I know I'm going to see you two because again, I'm putting you two on the list.
Bam,
come on in. Yeah. We can't wait.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, listen, appreciate you guys coming back to the studio. Open invitation, even if you're in town and just like, man, I need bourbon now. We'll give you the code. You come in, you just chill out. It's a great man cave type of feel to it. Love Hooker Turkey Kit. The Wednesday before ham days. Thanksgiving. I'm still on the ham days thing.
We'll eat ham that day too. November 26th.
There'll be ham on that day.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Love you. Thank
For
you.
Two Shots, I am Jimbo.
I'm J-Bo.